I can't tell you how pleased I am you could join me tonight.
You said it was important.
It is. Both of us. I invited you here as a sign of goodwill, but also to discuss our common goal, the immediate removal of Reva Lewis.
Removal? You make it sound so sanitary.
Oh, it will be. Olivia, we both know Richard will never marry you as long as Catherine's around.
And this bothers you?
Richard can never properly run this country of ours with Catherine at his side.
Prince Edmund, I must speak to you right now.
This is not a good time, Nelson.
I'm afraid I have to insist.
Will you excuse me for a moment?
Of course.
This had better be good.
I kept quiet about you switching the fencing swords. I am still awaiting my compensation.
Oh, of course. How silly of me not to have told you. Your reward is in the process of being prepared. Yes. Mr. Lasso will be right down to pick up his official papers. Make sure he gets what he deserves, just as we discussed. Thank you. It's all set up. They're waiting for you in the conservatory.
I'm sorry to have bothered you, Your Highness.
I was just coming back in.
It was you who switched the swords?
Nonsense.
I heard the guard. You're the one who nearly killed Catherine. You did it. You gonna let me take the blame for it?
I'd never do that.
Yeah.
We're partners.
No, you're the only one who wants her dead, Edmund. You know something? I think it's time Richard finds out exactly what his little brother is capable of.
You'd be doing both of us a great disservice if you were to tell Richard about the swords.
You did this, Edmund. This has nothing to do with me.
All right. Suppose you did tell him. What then?
He'd be furious with you.
Yes, he would. But of course, that's assuming he believes you over his own brother. But let's say he does believe you. What then? What will you have accomplished? Will Catherine be out of your life? No. Richard will be more protective than he was before.
Richard should know the kind of man you are.
Why?
Because you're dangerous.
I'm practical, Olivia. That woman will destroy Richard, along with any chance you have of walking down the aisle with him. My God, Olivia! Have you given up on your dream? To live happily ever after with your Prince Charming?
This is not the way I want to do it.
It's the only way. Otherwise, you're going to have to sit back and watch Richard fall in love with Catherine all over again.
You are a despicable little man.
I'm doing what's best for my brother and my country.
How do you even know you can keep the guard from talking?
I can't. But as we speak, dear Nelson is penning his confession for the attempted murder of Reva Lewis.
You got him to take the rap for you?
Well, it seems he has the same belief that I do. That Catherine will cause the downfall of the monarchy. But ever since the assassination attempt failed, he's been racked with a sense of deep self-loathing. That leaves only one course of action. For him to take his own life.
Dear God, you're gonna kill...
I'm going to do whatever I have to do. Richard once had great plans for San Cristobal. He was going to turn it into a world presence to rival Monaco. He was going to build lavish casinos, host gala events, garner the attention of celebrities, world leaders, but he got sidetracked, softened by that woman, a foreigner.
You think that when she's gone, that he will rededicate himself to the country, is that it?
With the right leadership, San Cristobal will be so much more than just some small island nation that no one's ever heard of.
And why don't we just send her back to Springfield?
Because it's too late for that. She just come back as she did before. I'm afraid It's time for much more drastic measures.
No. No, I can't do this. I can't be a part of a murder.
Now, come now, Olivia. Would it have been so terrible if Richard's fencing had been a little more forceful? If the sword had gone just a little bit deeper?
Just stop it! She was my friend. We can't just kill her.
Oh, but I can. And I think you can, too. I'll take your silence as a sign you've come to your senses, and that you're going to help me rid us of our little Catherine problem.
What's your plan?
To use the excitement of the masked ball to concoct an accident. A terrible tragedy, lots of witnesses.
Oh, God, Edmund, why do you even need me?
Because we need to set her up. Catherine doesn't trust me. But she will trust you. She's already beginning to remember you were friends. I need you to get even closer to her, to re-establish that friendship. I have to make sure that on the night of the accident, you can bring her to where she needs to be.
She's gonna see right through me.
Oh, don't underestimate yourself, Olivia. I think you have a great deal of anger for Reva bubbling just underneath the surface. All you have to do is access it.
And what if she doesn't want to be friends again?
She will. She's desperate to trust someone on this island. That's why I need you to get as close to her as possible. She'll never suspect a good friend will be setting her up to vanish from the ball.
You talk about killing her as if it's the most painless thing in the world. I'm not a cold-blooded murderer, Edmund.
Frankly, I don't care what you are. If you want to sit by my brother's side and rule this country, you'll do whatever it takes.
No matter what she's done, she doesn't deserve death.
Fine. Fine. You go back to being Richard's personal secretary and watch his love story unfold all over again. Who knows? Maybe Reva will ask you to be in the wedding party. After all, it could be more spectacular than it was the first time. Maybe with a touch more celebration. And, of course, after she and Richard have another son, you can be dear, old, sweet Auntie Olivia all over again. Always the aunt. Never the mother.
No, she does not deserve to die.
Funny. It wasn't so long ago, it seems, that I remember you dreaming about your own wedding. About you giving Richard an heir to the throne.
And I don't want to lose that dream, but I am not a murderer, so leave me alone.
I'm not the one who did this to you, Olivia. I'm not the one you should be angry at. Aim your revenge on the woman who took it all away. Focus your anger on the woman who stole Richard.
Leave me alone.
She's about to do it again.